Welcome back to a new video. Now, this one, I'm going to start prepping the bumper to put back on the car and get the bodywork finished. Bumper is painted, ready to go. I've also got the trims painted and ready to go. So before I trip over the jack, I'm going to put the trims on the bumper before it goes on the car. And let's see how well it fits. They may have to be glued, as last time they were very baggy. Oh, it's on. Probably needs a little help in the corners just to help it stay on. But I did try and video that, and when the camera fell, for some reason I pushed stop, and then when I finished I pushed start and missed it all. So you just have to use your imagination how that went on. I just lightly tapped around with a soft hammer to tap it in, and I just need to add a little bit of glue into each end, and that'll be that. Change of plan with the rear bumper. I'm not happy with it the way it is to put it on the car, how it sits. There's just too many runs. So the plan is to turn myself into a Smurf and rub them back. You know, the car does have a few runs in it anyway, but nothing like this. This rear bar is absolute shambles. So I'm sanding those out. As you can see by the blue water on the floor. There's plenty of paint in here to rub back. The main area probably was this section here. It's starting to dry off a bit now where I've rubbed it a bit back. Yeah, I'll continue rubbing that back, then I'll give it a polish up, and then hopefully then it's ready to put back on the car. I've been polishing and polishing and polishing, and I'm finally starting to get somewhere. This was the main culprit area where there was more runs than the Australian cricket team at stages. But I've got all that out, now I'm just trying to shine it up. It's getting there. I'm probably about halfway there to where I want it to be to match the rest of the bar. A little bit more polishing and it can go on the car after it gets cleaned up. It's starting to look how I wanted. The unfortunate thing is I've put another 3 hours into sanding again today, so this thing has been my nemesis. Can't wait to get it on the car and not worry about it anymore, because I've had enough of it. I've had enough. I think the bumper is now ready to get put back on the car. I've moved it up as close to the door as I can to have enough room at the back. I'll just clear out those jack stands and get ready to fit it back on. It's now held in with 2 bolts. I did make the rookie mistake of forgetting to put the brackets in that hold it to the side of the car, so I had to take it all back off again. I did scratch this side, but that will be under the bumper, that's okay. And the exhaust going through did take a shave of paint, but that's under the exhaust, so that's also okay. I'm going to get these bolts in and we'll go from there. All nuts, screws, bolts, blah, blah, blah are in. The rear bumper is now attached, and I am totally buggered as it is boiling in the shed. I think we're high 40 degrees, but I've been pushing through and man, it's hot. But it's back on and looking magnificent. I'm going to close that boot and see what it looks like. Would you look at the rear end on that? Can I get a full screen? How good? How good? Tough as tough can be. Just a quick walk around of the back. A few things to go. We can wrap this build up, I think. Well, shortly anyway. Now that the bumper's on, that's going to wrap this video up. But firstly, this bumper going on today, 31st of December 2024, marks a big milestone in this car's progress. It's now, as far as I remember, I'm pretty sure it is now a complete car since March 2019 when this build started. So 5.5 years, just a bit over 5.5 years later, it's almost done. Car is complete now, and there's only a few things left to go. The next thing to do is YouTube's worst kept secret, and that is fitting these bad boys. 16-inch aeros. That video will be out not long after this one. I've got 4 wheels and a spare, but for this video was about getting that bumper on and getting that major milestone of getting the car back to 100% complete. Only things left to do now are minor, as in wheels, little bit of rear suspension work, paint correction, and some stickers, and that's pretty much it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Ciao, ciao.